Hello everyone, this is gamingreview and welcome to my channel. And this video here, we're going to be talking about Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 2023. Alright, so before we begin guys, be sure to like and subscribe and turn on those notifications. Alright, now let's talk about the game. So where to start? Alright, so let's talk about the menu first. So here's the thing about the menu. I hate it. And the reason why I hate it is because they made it so complex. Like, they made it worse than the actual Netflix menu. Also, pretty much have to update, which I got no problems of updating. But however, it keeps constantly updating. For example, when you update the game, you get kicked out of the game, and then you have to relaunch the game. And that can be annoying at times. Like, imagine you like playing in the middle of the campaign, or the middle of multiplayer, or like zombies. It could be annoying, but luckily it did not happen to me. However, like after I get done with the campaign or the multiplayer or the zombies, it tells you, oh, you gotta have to update, and it just gets annoying. Alright, enough about the menu. Now let's talk about the multiplayer. The question is it good or is it bad? Well, I can tell you this right now, multiplayer is alright. The multiplayer game modes that only have up to 12 game modes. And I actually have fun playing multiplayer. Well, my favorite game mode that I like to keep playing is called Invasion. And you may ask, what is Invasion? It's basically like Battlefield, but a little bit smaller maps. And it's basically like 20 versus 12 players with AI on it. And you can actually use vehicles. And also, I'd like to say, it's good balance between if you're not a good Call of Duty player, you can at least kill the AI. So at least like they made someone more balanced. Although I have not played Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, I say, you know, this is like a good balance of the game for at least multiplayer. Alright, enough talk about multiplayer. Now let's talk about zombies. So here's the thing. I was actually hyped about zombies because for the first time ever, it's gonna be an open world. Not just like you need to buy door to door just to get enough points. But they somehow screw it up. And I'm gonna tell you why they screwed up. Because like here's the thing. Yes, the open world is like, you know, great. Because like here's the thing. There are 3 different levels of threat levels. The gray area means where you pretty much start at. And then the yellow means it gets a lot more harder. Then where it gets a lot more intense. Even though there's like multiple options, like you go to Pack-a-Punch, or like get perks, or buy stuff through the wall. Again, it just feels like a big huge grind. And basically you have to do like these daily objectives. I'm sorry, daily objectives, which you know you don't have to do. But that's the only way you can basically like level up. And then basically for the missions, like, if you want to do, like, complete Act 1, you have to pretty much do the quest. And let me tell you something. The quests are very grindy. Even though you can actually use vehicles, I don't know. It just feels like zombies is just like a big, huge grind. But here's the thing. If you're not good at multiplayer, you can actually still level up your gun. So I guess you could say it's least of a benefit. But overall, it's just, zombies is a big disappointment. Alright, enough about zombies. Now let's talk about the campaign / storyline. Alright, so here's the thing. In this alternative universe, so the story is actually different because it's basically like the opposite. Like for example, the Prisoner 627, that caught me off guard because usually Prisoner 627 is Captain Price's number. However, it's Makarov's number now during this campaign. And also, there's actually some Easter eggs to bring you somewhat of nostalgia back in Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, at least in the good old days. And then basically, after you pretty much play over the campaign is only like 4 hours on normal difficulty. But here's the thing, if you play the hardest difficulty, which is veteran, you may get like an actual 2 or 3 extra hours for at least, yeah, like 6 or 7 hours just to play the hardest difficulty. But here's the thing. On the old Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, okay, if you play on normal difficulty, it's at least 5 or 7 hours. And the story over there is actually a lot more better than this one. And also, spoiler alert, Soap dies. Again. And here's the thing. This could have been like an opportunity. Because here's the thing. During the end of the mission, like when Captain Price and Soap trying to like save everyone from the bomb, it should be like reversed. Like basically, Captain Price should have got shot. And then basically, you take over Soap. And then you pretty much, you know, get Makarov. But eventually, he gets away from the train. And that could at least be a cliffhanger. Okay, but because basically this is the first time ever that Price died, but they're not gonna do it. It's because they'll literally market him, and it's basically they put the face of the game. So of course Captain Price is not gonna die, but it would have been so cool, and that right there, at least the story would have been a lot more interesting. All right, that's enough for the campaign/story. Now let's talk about. Alright, so let's talk about the soundtrack and the graphics. So this is going to be a short one. So basically the soundtrack, I gotta say it's alright. You know, with the soundtrack. And that's pretty much it for the soundtrack. Now, pretty much of the graphics, you know, the graphics are good. Although the game has some, you know, glitches, I gotta say the graphics are still good. Okay, now that I pretty much talk about Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, 2023, it is time to give you guys my final verdict. But first, drum roll please. The reason why I'm giving this a 5 out of 10 is because it's not a good game or it's not a bad game. It's just pretty much between. And let me tell you something. If the game was like $30 to $40, then the rating would actually go like a lot higher. Maybe like I'd give it like a 7 or maybe 7.5 out of 10. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I want to say thank you guys for tuning in. It really means a lot. And guys, if you're new to my channel, be sure to like and subscribe. Alright, well, I'm probably going to be signing off right now. So have a good rest of your day. Peace!